The Dutch government moves to take over administration of Caribbean territory St. Eustatius. And in sport, Guyana Jaguars continue their winning streak in the regional Super 50. I'm Ricardo Roberts. This is Caribbean in 10 for Monday, February 5th, 2018. I'll be back with the details after the break.
Is there any time that bleaching, over-the-counter bleaching, is indicated? And if so, when?
For minor discolorations, for example, the blemishes that result from acne, sometimes certain rashes like eczema, certain burn injuries, for example, a woman who may be curling her hair with a curling iron, she's a little careless, and maybe it falls on the side of her face or on her neck. Very often, for African American skin, it will leave a discoloration, a dark discoloration.
Join Caribbean Passport as we touch down for Trinidad and Tobago's Carnival with fantastic costumes, soca music, and a few iconic characters all in the mix. We also look ahead at what's happening in sunny Barbados. All this and more coming up next on this station.
The Dutch government today moved to take over the running of one of its Caribbean territories, St. Eustatius, after a committee reported gross neglect of duties by the island's administration. State Secretary for the Interior and Kingdom Relations, Raymond Knops, piloted a bill stipulating that the Island Council be disbanded and the deputies and acting lieutenant governor be relieved of their duties, allowing for the intervention. As a result, Dutch authorities say a government commissioner will be appointed to perform all duties and powers of the island government and will remain in office until the government of St. Eustatius is able to fulfill its duties properly again. A two-member committee set up to map out the problems in the island and make recommendations concluded that there was gross neglect of duties. It said the current administration or administrative situation is characterized by lawlessness and financial mismanagement, discrimination, intimidation, threats and insults, arbitrariness, and the pursuit of personal power at the expense of residents of St. Eustatius. The committee therefore called for administrative intervention by the Dutch government. Over in Jamaica now, the constituents of St. Andrew Northwestern will go to the polls on March 5th to elect a new member of Parliament. Prime Minister Andrew Holness made the announcement yesterday evening at a JLP meeting. He said nomination day is next Monday, February 12th. The by-election became necessary following the resignation of the ruling Jamaica Labour Party's Derek Smith. Next month's election will be a race between the JLP's Dr. Nigel Clarke and the opposition People's National Party's Keisha Hale. Prime Minister Holness says Clarke is ready to hit the campaign trail, and PNP Chairman Fitz Jackson says his party is intent on winning the seat and will organize to finalize the team. Meanwhile, the Electoral Office of Jamaica says it had started making preparations for the election ahead of the Prime Minister's announcement of the date. And stricter rules are being put in place for Trinidad and Tobago's insurance industry to prevent another CLICO-type collapse. Finance Minister Colum Imbert says the move is necessary since the industry owns a significant portion of the Twin Island Republic's economy. He was speaking in the Parliament on a motion to adopt the report of a joint select committee that was appointed to consider and report on the Insurance Bill 2016. Imbert says the existence of a sound insurance market will facilitate the financial goals of individuals as well as the business community by protecting the society's assets.
Insurance and pension industries are long-term investors in projects and businesses and in the country's infrastructure, and thereby facilitate sustainable growth and economic development. I am told that the assets of the insurance industry total approximately 50 billion Trinidad and Tobago dollars as of September 2017 and account for approximately 33% of the GDP of Trinidad and Tobago. Assets under management for the pension sector total 51 billion Trinidad and Tobago dollars.
An Antiguan pilot has been remanded to prison after appearing in court this morning charged in connection with a near 1.7 million EC dollar drug bust. 31-year-old Colin Murray was denied bail when he appeared in the All Saints Magistrates Court accused of cocaine possession, exportation, trafficking and being involved in the supply of the illegal substance. He was implicated in a recent seizure by the Organization of Drug and Money Laundering Control Policy at the VC Bird International Airport. 105 pounds of cocaine valued at an estimated 1.67 EC dollars were found on a plane that was prepared for takeoff. 3 other people were initially taken into custody as part of investigations but were later released. Stay with us, your Midday Sport is next. Rakeem Cornwall struck another stunning 100, but teenaged Seamer Kemo Paul snatched his maiden regional one-day 5-wicket haul to engineer a collapse and lift Guyana Jaguars to a dramatic 18-run win over Leeward Islands Hurricanes late yesterday as the regional Super 15 continued. Now chasing 299 for victory in their Group B match, Hurricanes were cruising at 248 for 4 in the 39th over, with Cornwall ripping into the Jaguars bowling en route to a brilliant 119. With Jaguars virtually out of answers, the 19-year-old Paul stepped up, first removing Terence Ward for 42 and then accounting for Cornwall in his next over. The hosts lost their last 6 wickets for 34 runs in the space of 41 deliveries. Jaguars captain Leon Johnson had earlier missed out on his maiden regional one-day ton when he fell for 99 as his side piled up a challenging 298 for 8 of their 50 overs. West Indies batsman Shimron Hetmyer slammed 47, wicketkeeper Anthony Bramble chipped in with 40, while all-rounder Raymond Reefer got 36 and Sherfane Rutherford 33 not out. The victory was Jaguars' third on the trot, and they remain unbeaten in the competition following wins over English County Kent and USA Cricket. And meanwhile, the Jamaica Scorpions suffered their second straight defeat of the regional Super 50 yesterday when they crashed to a disappointing 4-wicket defeat to English County Kent. Let down by their powerful batting lineups, Scorpions were dismissed for 156 in the 42nd over, with only Andre McCarthy resisting with a top score of 76 off 86 deliveries. Seamer Ivan Thomas and leg spinner Joe Denley claimed 4 wickets apiece as Scorpions started poorly and never recovered. In reply, Kent found themselves at 25 for 4 in the 10th over before left-hander Alex Blake rescued the run chase with an unbeaten 74 to see them home in the 44th over. That's Caribbean in 10. Join us again at 6:30 for Caribbean Newsline. Good afternoon.